Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Russ back again with some more Madden 17 online gameplay. And in the words of the late great Addy Cards, go get yourself some chips, some pop, and take a seat and enjoy this game, man. This is Game of the Year candidate number 2. We have had one Game of the Year previous, man. This game was absolutely insane. Wow, it got really crazy towards the end. There's some funny shit that happens at the end. Be sure to stay for that. But this game was a complete shootout. We got Steelers against the Panthers. I am the Panthers. I wanted to use a better team because I have been using some lower overall teams. I've used the Seahawks, and the Panthers are my highest overall teams I've used. And this game was good, man. Like, for real. I was sweating the entire time. Like, it was crazy. Right there, he tries to go to an out route. But this guy was dotting me up and down the field. Like, I'm not going to lie. We were both dotting each other up and down the field. This is a complete classic shootout where the defenses were, you know, for the most part, non-existent, you know, except for a couple of plays here and there. Right there, I do miss a easy tackle, and he ends up getting way more yards than he should have. He ends up gaining 6. So 2nd and 4 does run up the middle, and luckily we're able to blow that shit up. So 3rd and 5 now, goes to the end zone. Could have easily been picked off, but you know what? Whatever, that's Madden sometimes. So right there, he does take his field goal to go up 3-0. I'm happy with that because I felt like he was going to score. So the fact that we're able to stop him in the red zone after a long drive is a huge, huge boost to me and my offense and my defense, to be honest with you guys. So right here, Jonathan Stewart, keep on moving, man. So at the 27, Greg Olsen, get some stickum, man. What the fuck are you doing? That bounced right off his head. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Greg Olsen fucks up again, makes the catch, and for some reason, possession catches it. So 4th and 1, we end up just running with Fozzie Whitaker, and we do end up getting the first. I thought we had Jonathan Stewart in, but Fozzie Whitaker does come in on 3rd down. I guess he's the 3rd down back, but he does get the first, so that's a big play right there. So 2nd and 8, I thought that Greg Olsen had a step, and he did until late after I threw it, and it gets picked off by Travis Feeney. But Thomas Davis comes back up clutch and gets us an interception. Thomas Davis made a couple of clutch plays. There was a play earlier on an out route that he broke up against Antonio Brown. He was one-on-one with Antonio Brown, and he broke it up. So, guys, I noticed early that he kept coming out in this cover 4, so I just came out in I formation, you know, getting these blocks, getting these yards. Cover 4 is, you know, it does not work against runs up the middle, and especially when you have an extra fullback blocker. Until somebody wants to run commit like this, you know you're in their head with this running game, and I do end up running again. 3rd and 5, we run it, and we gain about 10. So I run a play action right here. Greg Olsen wide open. I end up playing a flat, and his purple zone ends up coming down and playing the flat instead of Greg Olsen. So we had him wide open right here. He sends another run commit, and Devin Funches is wide open on the right side on the curl for a touchdown. So now we go up 7-3, and we do get the ball back at half. But there is still 4 minutes left in the half, so, you know, it's not even close to over. But I'm happy that at least we're up, and we're able to try to play defense here. The flats were killing me, man. The flats were killing me. Every time I would play zone, it seemed like a flat would be open. I would try to cover it manually. There's a couple times I made adjustments and, you know, made the right play. Right there, Antonio Brown just fucking mosses my corner. But right here, I felt like I got cheated, man. I played that so perfect, and he, like, lobbed it over, too, and Ladarius Green somehow jumps in front of me. And, again, this flat route, getting inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He runs a counter play and easily gets in with Le'Veon Bell. So now he is up 10-7, but there still is 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. So what I'm thinking in my mind is, if I can get down the field and at least tie this game up, run all the time off the clock, I will be happy because we do get the ball back at half. Best case scenario, I run down the field and I get a touchdown and then I run the clock out. Worst case scenario, I throw a pick and he scores again. So right here, this dude kept hitting the flats, so I end up getting a huge play on 1st down, and I counter it with my own flat route. And we do get a nice gain down to the 42. So now we're already fucking there. We're already at the 37. And right there, we're hitting the out route. Ted Ginn. And look at the time, man. I've barely taken off any time. That was a 50-50 ball. That could have easily been picked, or it could have possibly been caught. But Cam Newton fires a dot to Kelvin Benjamin over the middle. And we do end up scoring in 30 seconds. Like, god damn. We end up scoring in 30 seconds. And look at that, man. Doink off the goalpost and doink off the helmet. That fucking sucks. So we end up missing the PAT. So now we're only up by 3 right now. Only up by 3. That really sucks. So now we can kick a field goal and be tied. And, you know, of course, worst case scenario, he scores a touchdown and, you know, he's up before half, which would be terrible. Right there, we almost get a sack with, I don't know who that was. Right here, he does hit an out route. Martavius Bryant just breaking tackles ends up getting out of bounds, like diving out of bounds at the 42. So he saves himself possibly a timeout or at least hurry up. And right there, he does fire it over the middle. So it looks like Marcus Wheaton for a nice gain down to the 39. So this guy's driving already, firing dots. Right there, it does get broken up. Thank God. So still at the 39 right now. I'm trying to cover the out routes and leave the middle wide open. I mean, we were firing dots on each other all game. Defenses were pretty much non-existent as right there. Jesus, man. Some of my players could not tackle, and he ends up getting in again. So now, with 29 seconds left, he ends up going up 17-13. And unfortunately, we do not get anything going on this drive. Sorry, I got to spoil it. I mean, I sped it up. We got nothing going. I mean, we ended up getting down the field, but, poor clock management. As you guys can see, with 5 seconds left, we have only used one timeout. And I tried to call another one right there at the 38. We do have Grang, but no. So I thought maybe I could get a field goal, but I wasn't able to call a timeout in time. So most of our plays were long plays that went out of bounds. So that's kind of what fucked me on that last drive. I thought maybe we could have possibly, got in there for a touchdown. But you know what? That's just the way things go sometimes. So that kind of sucks. But you know what? It's all right. So we come back out on offense. Mike Tolbert gets lit up right there. And 3rd and 3, I end up running the ball up the middle, getting a first down to the 36-yard line. So 2nd and 9 now. I'm looking at the out route. His user was not able to get there. I didn't think it would, but Greg Olsen does drop the ball. So 3rd and 9, we need a huge catch right here. And Devin Funchess does come up with a huge catch and getting us down to the 50-yard line. So at midfield now, running the ball with Greg Olsen on 2nd and inches and getting a lot more than we needed down to the 31-yard line. Try to run outside right here. We do end up getting a nice helping of yards, you could say. But 3rd and 1 right here is a huge play. He ends up leaving Ted Ginn one-on-one with a linebacker. I audible Ted Ginn to a slant route. I think it was either a slant or a drag. And he got wide open in that speed. He's gone. So into the end zone, we end up going 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. We end up going up by 3. So now I'm confident. I'm confident in my defense to make a stop now. I feel like, momentum is shifted, and I think I can get stops. And first play, he ends up coming out and dotting me. Almost to midfield. So 1st and 10 again. Tries to go over the middle. Oh, wait. He was looking over the middle, and he goes deep. And that was actually a good read. One-on-one. I would have definitely taken that. I just fucking spammed the swap button right there. Trey Boston fucks up Antonio Brown, makes him drop the ball. And he goes over the middle again to Antonio Brown, and it is dropped. So 4th and 10, we get the stop, and we get the ball back. Dots. Ted Ginn on the sideline down to the 36. And we're in business right now. We have the drag wide open on 2nd and 11 after a loss of 1 on a run play. And now at the 18-yard line, we could possibly get in and seal this game up. So at the 11 now, 1st and 10, we end up losing a yard on this play. It doesn't show it, but we do end up losing a yard. And right there, wow, I got away with them. That could have easily been a pick. Very easily. So on 3rd and 10, I didn't really have anything open, so I ended up just trying to get some positive yards, make this field goal a little bit easier. And we do end up making the field goal barely. So we do end up going up by 6. Now, I wasn't really happy with that. I was actually thinking of going for it, and I was thinking if I didn't get it, I would make him march all the way down the field. But you know what? This guy's already been marching all the way down the field. So I skip ahead a little bit because he was running a lot of, just halfback dives and stuff like that. And right there, I felt like I got cheated on that play because it looked like my safety or my corner was going to make a play on that. And then it looked like Marcus Wheaton was going to catch it. That was just a weird play all around. He does hit an out route to Antonio Brown. And right there, God, I send pressure for a reason. Gets knocked up in the air, and Luke Kuechly cannot come down with the pick. So we trade easy interceptions right into our hands. Ah, man. So at the 16 now, he does run outside, getting a nice gain. I do try to strip the ball out to no avail, and he does run a counter play. So with a minute 13 left, I probably should have just let him score. Gets out the 1, and I do end up letting him score. He runs a fullback dive to D'Angelo Williams. I just let him in the end zone. So right here, oh my God, he ends up missing the PAT, guys. The game is tied right now. So if we don't score, say we don't score at all, we're playing for OT. If I get stopped, we're playing for OT. But Joe Webb, an unlikely hero in this game, gets us a kick return for a touchdown. Our 3rd string quarterback comes in and gets us a kick return for a touchdown. Holy fucking shit. We are up by 7 with a minute left in this game. He has all 3 timeouts, but you know what? He had just gotten off the field on offense. All of his players are tired as shit. And this guy did not sub out anybody. All of his players on the field were tired. I went full coverage D, full fag D, whatever you want to call it. He tries to go deep right there. That is broken up into triple coverage. Could have easily been picked. Check out this user play, though. Boom. Tries to throw it to Le'Veon Bell, and he actually catches it, and I come down and lay the fucking wood. So on 3rd and 10, he runs the ball for a gain of 4, and this is an easy stop, and Antonio Brown burns me again over the middle, and he gets the ball at the 41-yard line. So now 1st and 10, tries to go over the middle. No. 2nd and 10. I'm looking over the middle. I'm covering the middle. I don't want him to get anything. And I fuck up on my user, but luckily, his players are tired. Gets knocked away. 3rd and 10 now. Looking over the middle. Dropped. 4th and 10. This is the game. He doesn't get this. It's game over. He fires it over the middle, and it is dropped by Ladarius Green. And guys, listen to this dude. Listen what this dude says. Just check this out.
That's straight bullshit. That's first you get a kickoff with that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Merry Christmas.
This dude was salty as fuck. I mean, I would be too, but I wouldn't get on the mic, say fucking shit, and then the game ends, and then you just fucking leave. So this guy was salty as shit at the end of the game, saying that was bullshit, and oh, you got the kick return. Like, dude, you missed a fucking PAT. I would have easily gotten to field goal range. I think if I didn't get that kick return, I would have marched down the field and gotten to field goal range. But you know what? That's the way things go. He didn't put subs in at the end when it mattered, when he needed fresh players in. That's none of my business, though. Sit the T. Anyway, we do end up getting the win, 30-27, Game of the Year candidate number 2. So I guess I'll make a playlist of Game of the Years for you guys just so you can see them, but that'll be 2 games now in Game of the Year. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. You can check out the stats if you want. And as always, Dangerous Army, I'm out. Be sure to follow my Twitter at Dangerous Gaming. Link is in the description.